first thing that jumps out to me that I really don't like is this fraction of 9/2. So I want to get rid of it. The way I do that is by multiplying my second equation by 2. It will get rid of this 2 in the denominator. So my second equation becomes 6x minus 9y equals 22. Planning ahead, I noticed I have a 6x here, and I can make the 2x into a 6x if I multiply by 3. So I also want to multiply my first equation by 3. I get 6x minus 9y equals 9. If I multiply through by a negative 3, that changes all my signs, which gives me a negative 6x and a 6. Perfect. I wanted those opposite coefficients. I can now add my equations, giving me 0 plus 0 equals 13. 0 equals 13. This is a contradiction. Thus, I have no solution, which you can also write as 0 with this line through it. Last thing I want to talk about is what happens when we have more than 2 variables. So notice we've been focused on solving a system of equations with only 2 distinct variables, x and y. Now we'll look at 3 variables, x, y, and z. This effectively takes us out of a 2-dimensional space and into 3-dimensional space. From this point onwards, you're going to start seeing things that tell you to either work in R2 or in R3. When we're in R2, we're working with x and y. Because x is a real number line and y is a real number line, we're basically working in the real numbers by the real numbers. When we're in R3, we have not only x and y, but also z. So we have x, which goes left and right, y, which goes backwards and forwards, and z, which goes up and down. So we have a real number line by a real number line by a real number line. This gives us R3. We can solve for systems of equations in R3, which is what we're going to look at now. Notice though, if we're solving in R3, we still have the 3 possibilities of either a no solution, one solution, or infinitely many solutions. And here's an example. We're going to solve for the following system of equations in R3. We have 3x minus 5y plus x equals negative 10. Negative x plus 2y minus 3z equals negative 7. And x minus y minus 5z equals 24. And actually this should be a z up here. Try this one on your own first. Fiddle with it, play with it, see what you get, and then when you're ready, resume the video to check your solution.